Toastmasters clubs, generally, unless there's a particular speech that you give, it's not with prompts, it's not with a PowerPoint. You'll see none of our speeches are done. But this session is a little bit different because it's an educational session. And because I have an education background and I've been a teacher and things like this, I wanted to almost conduct this like a brief little mini lesson tonight. Okay, so let me start out by just saying that my goal and my objective tonight is to have a discussion about impromptu speaking. Okay, and I'm going to define what that is. I'm going to tell you why. But the point is, I'm going to tell you what it is, why we use it. We'll come up with some strategies or tips on how you can develop your skill. I want to give you an opportunity tonight to practice doing it here at your table. And then we'll have a few folks come up, only the brave, will come up and present their little 1 to 2 minute table topic speech. Okay, because this is not Toastmasters as a listening club. This is a speaking club. And we want to become better speakers. So my objective is that, and then we're going to talk about, my question to you is, why did you come to a Toastmasters meeting? It's a bit of a rhetorical question because I'm going to tell you why you came. Okay, you came because you think, number one, I'm not good at public speaking. I want to develop my skills. I want to develop my confidence. I'm thinking that it could help me in my job because sometimes my boss will ask me to talk or speak. I'm thinking it might help me in an interview. I'm thinking that it can actually enhance my ability to network and make friends. So that's why you came. Now, table topics really means impromptu speaking. So let's go down to the definition. What is impromptu speaking? The definition of impromptu speaking is speaking with little or no preparation. So I have to ask the question, why would we practice impromptu speaking? And I want to relate it to your own life, to your career. Maybe you're at work and your boss says, hey, would you come up here and tell everybody about that project we're working on? I have to. Okay?
Maybe you see that beautiful girl in the cafeteria.
Yeah,
if you blew it,
okay, so it could be for your job, or it could be for a job interview. So tell me. And they're asking you an interview, and it's an impromptu. So what do you think about such and such? And you've got to speak off the cuff. You've got to speak without preparation. Or you're meeting a girl in the cafeteria. So hey, and you're talking and you're just choking. It's like, I don't know what to say. Or it's time for your performance evaluation at the end of the year. And your boss calls you in and says, hey, tell me about some of your major accomplishments this year. Why do you think I should give you that promotion? That's an impromptu speech. Well, I can tell you why. So this is why we practice impromptu speaking. We want to give you opportunities to speak on different topics off the cuff, very, very quickly, without any preparation, to make your mind prepared to do it when it really matters, when you see that beautiful girl. Okay? So, the benefits of being an effective impromptu speaker would be the fact that, number one, it could land you the job. It could get you a higher grade on your performance evaluation. It could help you network with people. It could help you find your wife. It could help you find a good friend. So this is why we want to do this. These are the benefits of developing that skill. So within Toastmasters, as I mentioned before, we have table topics. And the table topics are designed to help you think quickly, organize your thought, give you confidence, making you exposed to this, because we know that through exposure, our anxiety level diminishes. It gets less. We know that if you see a snake for the first time, you're really afraid. But if you see a snake every single day, it's like no big deal. That's probably a bad example. Let's say it's all. Okay. So how do you do it? Well, point number one is the don'ts. don't apologize. When you come up to a stage, don't tell your audience that you're nervous. Don't tell your audience, I didn't really prepare this much. I really don't know that much about this. I'm sorry. Apologies don't work. When you step on the stage, you are the master. There is no reason to be nervous when you're here to give service. Does that sound good? Okay. There's no reason to be nervous when I'm offering help to someone. So when you can shed off the nervousness and you don't apologize and you don't tell people how scared you are and you don't tell people how unprepared you are, but you come to the stage with confidence. That's the don't. But the do. So what isn't on the do? Well, first of all, I would say this. In real life, if you are ever in a situation to give an impromptu speech, it will probably be something that you have at least a minimum amount of knowledge on. Okay? I'm not going to go to Terry and say, Terry, come up here and let's talk about nuclear fusion. You know? I mean, it's like, okay. So realistically, when we have conversations in our table topics, it should be something that you're relatively familiar with. If Stacy came up and said, John, tonight you're doing a presentation on the evolution of Bollywood films. Okay, I couldn't do it because I have no knowledge of that, right? So the first point is, if you're ever given a speech to speak on, and it's absolutely something that you have no knowledge on, it's fine to acquiesce, to pull back and say, I have no knowledge on that. I can't speak about Bollywood films. Terry can speak about nuclear fusions, but realistically, I couldn't do it, so I can say, you know what, give me another topic. Because in real life, the purpose isn't to make you nervous. The purpose is to help you construct the structure in your mind to help you speak on things. So, when you've got a topic, you've got a point to talk about, I would suggest the following things that I want you to do. Number one, I want you to, I want you to start right here and think of it just as a web, okay, as a graphic organizer. I don't know if you can see that over here. Pretend like you can, just make it feel good. All right, so the first thing, you have a topic, and the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to restate the topic. You're going to let the audience know what it is. You're going to pick a side. You're not going to vacillate back and forth. The fact that you restate it is going to give you a few seconds to put in your mind what you're saying, what you're going to be talking about. So the point is, state the topic again, restate it, and make your point. Whether you agree or whether you disagree or what, you're going to state it in a direction. Make a decision. So for example, which is better, a dog or a cat? And I'm going to start out and say, you know, a lot of people wonder whether they should get a dog or a cat. Well, I'm here to tell you why you should choose a dog. Now, a wrong approach would be to say, well, they actually kind of both have pretty good pets. And, you want to choose something and you want to basically start here, say it, and then you're going to go point number one. The reason why you should choose a dog, and you're going to give me a reason. And the second thing that makes a dog a good pet is, and the third point is, and the supporting evidence, and then you wrap it up. So in conclusion, if you're thinking about a pet, restate. You're going back up to the top. If you're thinking about a pet, I'm going to go back for my conclusion, back to, I recommend a dog. See how you just done a big circle? So when we hit you with something, Terry, dog or cat? And he's going to say, you know, a lot of people ask me that question. And here's why I think you should choose a cat. Because Muhammad hates cats. He's allergic to cats, and that will keep him away. Okay, so what I wanted to do is I wanted to give you a couple of examples that I kind of threw out, And then, because I don't want this to be about me talking all night, I want you to have an opportunity. So I'm going to throw out a whole bunch of samples. I'm going to ask you to choose a partner. Turn to someone that you don't even know necessarily and say, all right, so here's my thing. So what I would recommend that you do in just a minute would be to flip your page over, in a minute, not yet, and you're going to draw this little web, this little graphic organizer. You're going to say, okay, so what's my point here? Kind of come up with your 3 points and think about a wrap-up conclusion. And then I encourage you to do this all the time, practice this. So here's one of my examples. All right, so if I were to say to you, Terry, it's time for my summer holiday. Should I stay home or should I go on a big vacation somewhere? Everybody in here is going to probably say, go on a vacation, right? But I'm going to choose the opposite, just to show you how it works. Here's what I would do. Start with, you know, everybody has their 30 days vacation. And then many people have to decide, do I go home, stay home, or do I take a trip someplace? And I'm going to tell you why you should stay home. The first reason that you should stay home is because everybody's in debt. Everybody's spending money way above their budget. And if you stay home, you're going to be able to save money. You're going to be able to pay off those credit cards. You're going to be able to really put money in the bank. So that's the first reason that you should stay home. The second reason is, first of all, think of all the projects that you need to be doing at home. Oh my gosh, there's books that you can read. There's things that you can fix in the house. There's all these recipes that you wanted to try. So staying home is much better, much more relaxing. No more busy airports. No more trying to find taxis and renting hotels. The third reason that I think that you should stay home is because it's an opportunity to really build relationship with the people that you're around all the time. You go on a vacation, you see somebody at a hotel, you see somebody at the beach, you see him for 10 minutes, and you never see him again. But if you stay home, you get to spend time with family, with friends, you get to serve other people. Staying home is much better. So in conclusion, when it's time for your next holiday, stay home. You see how that works? It's a big circle. But you start out with your main point and you restate the main point.